inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. It's a sad day in the land of entrepreneurship. Okay, maybe not for everybody, but this episode right here, I'm feeling a tad bit. I'm not going to say that I'm in rant mode, but I want to know what's going on, people. Why is it that a lot of you can write amazing copy, but you can't connect with human beings? I hope you caught that. I am so sick of seeing all these entrepreneurs who can create amazing copy, but you have no idea how to truly connect. And I have to keep using these examples of these people that are reaching out to me because these are perfect examples of what's going on. I remember I had a woman reach out to me and she's like, yeah, hey, how are you doing? I got this event going on. You should come and check it out. I could work with you. You could work with me. Looks like your audience is the kind of people that would be great. You know, I'm great with business coaches. Forward your people to me and you will get some form of a referral. My immediate answer was like, hey, how are you? I don't know you and I don't just jump into bed with anybody. But, you know, maybe if we were to take some time to get to know each other, that may be feasible. But I don't know anything about you as a person, your morals, your standards. How do I even know we line up? I'm very protective of my audience. I wouldn't just join a collaboration of any kind and start funneling the people to you just because you say you have an amazing product. It basically was like, hey, baby, with your fine self, I got a room upstairs. You want to go? And this is what's happening. You guys, when I look at some of you and I look at the copy on your posts, on your websites, all of that stuff looks great. But having real human conversation and knowing how to connect, this art is dying every day because social media, all this DMing, IMing, PMing, just whatever the messaging is, has put you all in a state where you all don't even know how to communicate with people. And this is getting on my freaking nerves. And it's so funny because the lady, responded back with something like, I'm put on this earth to change the world. And I just have a wonderful ministry and a life. And this pretty much sums me up. And I'm still sitting there thinking to myself, Ann Heifer, I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. And I'm going to make a detour really quick. And I'm going to use an example from a TV show. Some of you all may not know this, but every once in a while I'll binge or I'll have that show that I watch. And before you get to tripping off of the show, just listen to the example. I like to watch Empire. I like to watch Empire because it's about success. That's what I get from it. And so the thing is Lucius and Cookie are flat broke. They lost Empire to who he thought was his best friend. They've been trying to reestablish themselves. There's a new head honcho over the company who comes to Lucius and Cookie and says, hey, I want you to come back and basically be figureheads, the king and queen of Empire, because removing you two from the company that you built was one of the stupidest things that Eddie Barker did before he died. Now, mind you, Lucius and Cookie have made their mind up. They're going to start from the ground again. And now instead of building Empire, they're going to build the Lions. And this offer is coming at a moment where it is critical that they get some money in their pocket. And they just had an artist that they released, who they created a banging hit for, stole by one of the other women that wanted to be the CEO of Empire. So mind you, it's a lot of confusion and stuff going on. One of the sons is basically depressed. He's not been the same since he got shot. One of them's been away. Another was in jail. I know, a lot of chaos, but there's success in this TV show somewhere. For those of you that watch, you understand me. Well, they get ready to go to this benefit welcome back home party. Excuse me. And when they get there, they are looking like, wow, this place is nothing like it was when we left it. And the guy's like, yeah, you've evolved above that. And the individual says, yeah, I got this though. Don't worry about it, Lucius. I'm going to keep sending those checks to you. We got this company here, these little spoiled brats. They don't understand. They need to keep on churning out those hits so they can make us, more money. They make the stockholders happy, the shareholders happy. And so Lucius is like, wow, how can we work together? Because you're thinking it's their responsibility to bring the bottom line. But for me, the artist, and creating the music, that is the bottom line. Caring about them is what increases the bottom line. How is it that we could work together? And the guy looks at him and says, you know what? Let me tell you something. You're going to get your tail up there when I tell them that you're coming back to Empire. You're going to let it be known that you're coming back. Otherwise, I'm going to dispel the rumors and make it a fact and let everybody know that the Lions are broke. And so he invites Lucius up on the stage. Now, good and doggone well, don't nobody threaten Lucius or Cookie Lion. That's a whole nother other story. But he gets on the stage and he's like, yeah, it's so good to be here. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then he stands for his truth. And he says, oh, I'm going to do some things, but I won't do anything with a slimeball sleazy company that's taken away from the art and the artist. I want to always put the artist and the art first. And so I'm out of here, deuces. And so there are a lot of things that are wrapped up in there just in regards to this situation with this woman. Now I'm going to help you understand why I went on this tangent. At the end of the day, a lot of you all are willing to collaborate and connect with people because it looks like you're on the same page. Well, if the only thing you're looking at is at the bottom line, getting out of the red, being in the black, massing huge profits, you don't necessarily know the heart behind why somebody's doing what they're doing. I know for me personally, I have a very specific demographic that I would not just trust in the hands of anyone who I don't believe would truly understand their passion and their power. They would be more into funneling them through systems and processes. And because a lot of my clients are developing things in such a unique manner, they may not be doing anything new, but this unique approach that they have, I have to make sure that I'm constantly working to protect that. And so just reaching out to me and still emphasizing the fact that, hey, I'm a good person. I got a ministry. I got this. Well, you know what? All good people are not meant to work together. And so this thing continues to go downhill because she sends me an article one day and she's like, hey, here's a great article you might like. I click on the article. It's about filing taxes. Now, you guys got to remember that I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19 and I've been filing taxes for a long time. And it's a very basic article saying, don't forget to file your cell phone. Don't forget to, if you go on trips or you eat something, to file this and that. I entertained the article off of GP, but I'm sitting there thinking to myself, baby, you don't think that I knew the measurements of my house? The measurements so I can have the percentage of the space that I use to actually run my business? Do you not know that I keep all my receipts? Because when I'm saying that I'm giving my clients bottled water and all of that stuff, and I got tissue in a bathroom that they use, that I have to take account for all of that. And see, when you're a hairstylist or a jewelry designer, you're really meticulous about making sure you counting every damn dime you spend. And so where her gesture might have been nice, if she just would have hopped on the phone, had a brief conversation with me, maybe talked to me about myself, got to know me as a person, as opposed to looking at me as a label or a title, she never would have sent me that article. Then she sends me another one, which I happen to notice. I just never even opened it. I'm not going to even look at her messages anymore. It's like, hey, here's a great article that you might be interested in, and it's about accountants. Once again, if there's some things that she knew about me, she would have not sent that article to me. But what I do know is this. Evidently, there's still a level of interest that is peaked inside of you. You are consistently watching me, my patterns of behavior, my tribe, the way that I post, the way that I communicate. Hell, she might even be listening to this podcast and be like, damn. And the funny thing is a person like her may be listening to the podcast and be sitting there saying, well, that's not how I would have interpreted that. And that is so, and get offended by it instead of saying, wait a minute, let me pause. You guys, it doesn't take but 2 seconds to say, you know what? Let's hop on the phone. Let's have a 15-minute conversation, maybe a 30-minute conversation to see if something clicks. You guys are just willing to be a pen stroke away, or better yet, a button push, because you electronically signing things and getting into relationships with people with something that it has been created to change your life. So yeah, you can write great copy. Yeah, you can send annoying spammy ass messages on these social media platforms. But at the end of the day, you are a very faulty communicator. A very faulty communicator. So don't let your copy put you in a position where you don't know how to make a connection. That is the whole point of today's podcast episode. Who's willing to share some information on whichever platform you're listening from to talk about what in the world are you experiencing? I'm going to keep speaking up about this because I know we're frustrated. I know we're tired. And I'm also trying to catch some people who listen to this before they get out there too far and start getting woven into this web of calamity, because that's what it's going to be. And then you still got to rebound because you're still going to want to live your dream. That's it. So this is your girl, August Crenshaw. I'm about to get out of here. But before I do, please make connecting with people your priority, especially if you plan on selling anything. And if you are uncertain how to make those connections, then stop doing it. Tune into this free training where I teach you about the things you need to stop doing that are going to kill the sale, and teach you to understand the way you're supposed to communicate on a sales call to create an authentic connection that could have turned a one-time meeting into some dollars in your pocket, instead of doing a bunch of messaging that's going to lead to a path of nowhere. The webinar is under an hour long, guys. Yeah, let me just go ahead and put this out there. Under an hour. I know you're used to people doing a whole spiel because they got this 90-minute format. Let me tell you something. I understand and I respect the format because I'm a business owner. But I know that I can respect the format, get in there, get in and out, and make sure that I leave you with a tremendous amount of value without wasting your time. So for those of you that didn't go straight to it and you didn't buy the only sales conversation that closes, I decided to pull out a fraction of that book and give it to you in a training for free, and it can change your life. If you are already a pretty decent salesperson, this could take you over the top. And if you're trying to navigate through some things and figure it out, this is definitely going to be an eye opener for you. At the end of the day, guys, you've got to understand, you've got to get beyond the copy. You got to get to the conversations and make the connections. Otherwise, you are going to bury your business. Until the next one, deuces. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you.